Hey guys, welcome to another video. It is me, a basic, and in this video, I will be continuing on the showcase that I have done in the previous video, which is showcasing every perm fruit that I have. But thankfully, I have everything that I need, and we just finished covering all of the common fruits, every common perm that we could do. Now, in this video, I am going to cover what I can. So that's going to be the uncommon, the rare, and the legendaries. I will do another separate video for the mythical fruits. Now, before we continue on the video, be sure to like and subscribe and maybe comment down in the comment section what you want me to do for new video ideas. Now, that is all. Without further ado, let's continue.
Hello guys, and we are back, and for the first fruit that we are going to showcase is the flame fruit. Now for the flame fruit, I am currently using the V2, so if you're thinking of getting flame and maining flame until 3rd C, here it is. Hopefully you like this. So for the first skill, we have our stats here, so we're good to go there. I am not going to use my haki, so this is raw performance without haki. Now for the first skill, we have blue fire bullets. Pretty good, 5,000 damage, not that bad. And for the second skill, we have Prominence Burst. Now, the Prominence Burst requires you to be closer to the enemy. No, I am wrong, guys. It's not actually. It's actually a ranged skill, Prominence Burst. Now, it's a good AoE and damage over time skill. So, if you're doing PvP or grinding, it is very much a good option. Now, for the third skill, we have Flaming Vortex, which requires 50 mastery. Now, in Flaming Vortex, this is actually the one that actually needs to be close range. It is a good combo starter, so if you have a flash tap combo like this and you gotta go for the Flaming Vortex, it would be nice. Now, our final skill here is going to be Hell's Core. Now, in Hell's Core, you give a wide range of AoE, which is honestly very good, which is also similar to Rumble. Back then it's called Rumble. And for the last skill, we have the Rocket Flight. Now, for the Rocket Flight, it's not really great. It is a bit faster compared to the V1 version. So if you're the type of player that doesn't want to overuse your fragments, you can just skip this to like V1. But unfortunately, you can't really skip that. So that is all for Flame. Now, for the next perm that we're going to showcase is going to be Ice Fruit. It allows the user to manipulate ice, freezing their foes in place. Now, similar to the fire, this is also V2. So if you're planning on maining ice, this is the V2 version. Now, I do PvP, so if you are a PvP type of player, I do suggest that you use Icebird as V1. That is the C skill, which requires 50 mastery. Now, without further ado, the first skill is called Cold Storm. This is a good skill to break your targets so they can't move, and it's a good combo continuation. Next up, we have Glacial Surge, which has increased range compared to the V1, which is honestly great. And then we have the Icebird. Now, this is the V1. If you want to see the V2, that will be in another video. Just let me know if you're interested in the comments. Icebird is, there we go. It holds the player in place or the NPC. And for the ultimate skill, which is the absolute zero, V skill, it
Nice.
is very nice. Now, in this time, you can still move and you can continue on with your combos. So if you're starting PvP, I suggest you use Ice. Now, for the F skill, which is, in my opinion, is a good upgrade because it allows you to further move faster as well as escaping enemy targets. Now, that'll be all for the Ice Fruit. Also forgot to mention, Ice Fruit does have M1s. As you can see that I have, it deals a good amount of damage. Now, on to the next perm. The next perm that we're going to show is going to be the Sand Fruit. Now, the Sand Fruit grants control over sand with abilities to trap and attack. Now, for the Sand Fruit, I have never really used Sand Fruit, generally speaking, but I do have it V2, surprisingly. So for the first skill, we have Desert Blade. Desert Blade is a good skill, it has good range, and the damage is decent. So for the second skill, we have the Sand Coffin. Now, for the Sand Coffin, You just need a certain amount of range, and you should be able to do that to your
砂漠そうそう
enemy. It is a good stun, and honestly, very good for PvP. It is an underrated fruit. Next up, we have Sandstorm. So Sandstorm is basically a tornado that moves your enemy up above. So if you're a type of player that's just grinding, this is also a good option. And now we have the Deep Sand, which is the V skill. Now in this skill, you do get blinded. You can't really see much, which is honestly insane, but it is still decent and is very good for PvP. The only downside about Sand is your mobility is limited by the F skill, so if you're fine with that, if you know how to flash tap and use your melee correctly, you should be fine. And that is all for Sand. Unfortunately, it doesn't have M1s. On to the next perm. So for the next perm, we have Dark. Now, for Dark, I have used it in some cases for PvP, but not that often, but still. For Dark, we have the first skill, Dimensional Slash. This is all V2 as well, and it does not have M1s, unfortunately. So for the first skill, we have Z, which teleports you towards your enemy and moves them back. The damage is somewhat decent, is very fine. And next up, we have Abyssal Darkness, which is V2. So for this, we have the enemy being pulled towards your direction. So this is good for holding up your enemies from be it high or low. And next up, we have the Endless Hole, which is honestly the best in my opinion compared to World of Darkness. This is similar to Ice, but what's good about it is that you can also use this up above the sky. So it is much better for airborne PvP. So once you graduate from Ice, be sure to use Dark at least once. And for the V skill, we have World of Darkness, a bigger version of the V1, which I still think is a good upgrade. The AoE is decent. And for the flash, not flash type, it's the F skill. It's somewhat decent. The range is not that great, but it's also not that bad. At least it's instant, it's instant. The cooldown is somewhat fast, so you can honestly pair it up with another skill. And that is all for Dark. On to the next perm. So for the next perm, we have Eagle. Now, in Eagle, this has been reworked since, and honestly, in my opinion, it was so good. The update managed to recover the glory of Eagle. Now, for this fruit, we have M1s, which is honestly great. This also has skins if you didn't participate in the event or if you're still new. So for the M1s, you can honestly hold it, which you can charge if you can hear it from the sound. Good stuff. The damage is somewhat decent, and if you hold it, the damage is a bit lesser. So honestly, the damage isn't really that big, so you can just spam it M1s. It's good for grinding now, compared to the other categories of the same rank. Now, on to the first skill, we have Windburst. Now, for Windburst, it is basically a slap towards the front, so that is Windburst. And next up, we have Featherstorm. Now, Featherstorm is quite interesting. It is an AoE damage where you are flying towards your target, not towards it. Basically, it's just an AoE damage. You don't really move. So, if you like to keep things close, then that's honestly better. Next up, we got Bone Crusher. Now this goes towards your target. This is honestly good. It has a good combo extender. Though I've never tried this, maybe you could try with Sanguine, but we will see. Next up, we got Soaring Talon. Now, Soaring Talon is similar to Bone Crusher. That's basically it.
Boring.
Yeah, I think in my opinion, Bone Crusher would be better as a V skill. Because honestly, look at this. You can just combo it with that. And for the F skill, we got Flight. So, in my opinion, though, this is decent compared to the Falcon we had before. Back then it was called Falcon, but now it's called Eagle. Now, it does have Feather Beater, so if you're not careful, you might just fall off. And that is all for Eagle, so hopefully you will give it a chance after the update. On to the next perm. And to the next perm, we have Diamond. Now, Diamond has been one of the fruits that I actually liked, mainly because of fruit showcases. I used to do fruit showcases for Diamond, and it increases your defense against any attack, which is honestly great. You can't really use this unless you do the Encrust skill, which is the Z skill. That is also the reason why we have Shard Storm at Mastery 1. Now, if you do Encrust, it has an AoE damage, so anyone close to you while you're transforming will get hit, and the damage is not that bad. So for the first skill, we have Shard Storm. So Shard Storm looks so satisfying. It is simple. It is effective. It's one of those favorite skills that I like. That it sounds like a machine gun. All right. Next up, we have Shimmering Disruption. So for this one, we are basically blinding the enemy. So if you're close enough, you can actually blind your enemy with this. Now, for the final skill, we have Prismatic Reflection. Prismatic Reflection is, in my opinion, the best one here. It's actually good for PvP, and as a sword main, you can actually. This is actually valid, but I have never seen anyone use this for PvP before, but until recently. But yeah, once the update dropped for this, a lot of people did use it. For M1s, there's actually an M1 for this now. The M1 is it's okay. Like it does take a while to reload your M1s, but hey, in my opinion, it's still good. And to disable all of this, you just gotta uncrust, and this does not deal damage AoE. That is all for Diamond. On to the next perm. Here we go. And next up, we have Light. Now, this one has Logia. So if you don't know what a Logia is, it has the special ability where enemies with no armament hockey cannot deal damage against you. As you can see from here, his punches just go straight through me, and it does not deal any damage at all. This also includes okay, when he does skills, it does hit me, but this also applies to Flame and any other Lugia fruit, also known as Elemental Fruits. Now, for this though, obviously it has M1s, and the M1s are not that bad. So our first skill for Light is gonna be Divine Arrow. Now, it is a charge attack. The more you charge, the more arrows you deal. And that also includes more damage. So if you just click it, it's going to be one arrow. If you're going to long press it, it could be two or three. My bad, guys. Hands of the Emperor. Hand of the Emperor, guys. This is going to be the laser. And that is honestly a good skill. It is good to combo with your enemy mixed with the light speed destroyer. Here we go. The surge skill is here. It is honestly good for PvP in my opinion, and if you pair it up with the Wrath of God, it's actually pretty amazing. Here we go. As you can see, the enemy can still move, but if you time it enough efficiently, you can actually use this as a combo, which is actually devastating. And for the other skill, we have Light Flight. Now, in my case though, this is the V1 version, the flight. Any of the other skills are actually V2. The reason why I prefer the V1 is because light flight just makes things faster in transportation. But you can change the destination of the first skill, I mean the F skill, if it's V2. Now, on to our next perm. Here we go. Next up, we have Rubber. Now, Rubber is, as you all famously know, for Luffy. Now, for Luffy's case, he has a lot of gears, but Blox Fruits has not yet reworked Rubber. I kind of had this perm trade a lot ago. I wanted this so much, but unfortunately, it never happened. So, anyways, this actually has M1s compared to the original fruits. This had a M1 early on. It's got decent damage. Not really. It's got decent damage, I guess. But this is like the very version one, in my opinion, because we do have transformation. So for the first skill, we have the cannon. Hold on, guys. Okay, there we go. Boom. Pretty good. Pretty good. The range is fine. If you already stunned them, it's honestly okay. Though it's not really that good for PvP in my opinion, unless your enemy is a rumble user or a gun user. Range is fine. Next up we got Smash. So basically it's just kicking in the ground. That's basically it. This is good for close range combat. Next up, we have Rush, the famous gun, whatever they call it. I don't watch One Piece as much as others do, and that is actually pretty good. Like decent damage for a V1, I guess. And then we have the F skill. Surprisingly, this F skill deals damage and is actually longer compared to others. So if you hold it, the range is fine. You see that? It charges and deals damage, which pushes you towards the enemy, which is honestly fantastic. Now, on to the version 2, we got Transformation.
誰も遠くへ行かねえように
Boom! And as you can see, we just transformed into a pink guy. Now, the M1s are better, stronger, and more efficient. So here we go. Boom, faster. It's long. It extends. The range extends, which is honestly fantastic. The damage is decent. Next up, we got the cannon. Pretty nice, pretty nice. The range is also extended. The damage is greater. Now for the smash. Now in this one, you do extend a bit of distance and you do slam from above. So if you're looking to actually adjust your angle, that is actually a good skill to use. Now, next up, we got the Rush, the famous Rush. As you can see, damage is greater and you can no longer see your hands. So this could be valid for PvP if you do pair this up with Spiky Trident and Sanguine. Now, for the Slingshot, the range is much more greater and the damage is just amazing. But yes, that is all for rubber, and on to the next perm. Here we go. Next up, we have Ghost. Now, for Ghost, the next time you die, you'll be revived at 50% health. Now, this is actually crazy. Oh, as you can see, guys, I am bugged. I am still rubber in terms of appearance, but actually, it's just a visual bug. Hopefully, they do fix this. If not, it's totally fine. It does look cool. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Unfortunately for Ghost, it did get reworked, but unfortunately it doesn't have M1s. So for the first skill, we have Shivering Possession. So here we go. Boom. It actually freezes the target, after which there's a slow time of explosion. So if you're looking for a short stun to combo with, then this is just for you. Boom. Very nice. Next up, we got Spectral Release. Now, for Spectral Release, is gonna be a click skill. It is a AoE damage, which is actually okay. Not as much as I'd expect for a rework, but it is still efficient and carrying on multiple targets. Next up, we got Cries of the Underworld. Now, this is a range holding skill, so anyone in this that got hit will be slowed and will deal damage. You can also control it to whichever point you want to use it on. And then for the next skill, we got the Ghostbusters. So this calls your friends. If you're feeling lonely as a solo player, you can just use this to grind. It is honestly efficient. And they also give you melee mastery. As you can see, my boys are just handling it for me. This is actually convenient for grinding as well as PvP. This is very nice, and if you do manage to die, you do have a second life. Oh, as you can see, it does have a limited amount of timer, but thankfully they made it so that you can just spam this until they're poof. Now, if we go to the F skill, as you can see, it is a flight skill. It is not that fast, but not that slow as well. Now, do note, once you do use Ghostbusters, anything you use will be used against your enemies. So if you're going to use Shivering Possession, they're going to use Shivering Possession. If you use Spectral Release, they're also going to do Spectral Release. Cries of the Underworld, I got you. There you see. So this is actually a cool rework. If you're fine with uh, a bit of low of area of attack. So yeah, it's still great, guys. It's honestly, in my opinion, a good rework. Now, on to the last one, we have Magma. Now, Magma is the famously known fruit for sea beast hunting, as well as the Leviathan. This fruit has very good damage and also deals damage over time. And I'm using V2, so if you're looking to be a V Magma main as a V2 for second C, this is honestly the way to go. Now, it doesn't have M1s and it never got a rework, but check this out. The Magma Shower is honestly insane. As you can see from the damage, look at that damage. It it's not even there yet. Like the NPC just got obliterated. That is insane for something that is quite easy to get. Next up, we got Volcanic Assault. So this is the famous skill that donated one of my boys. We got Volcanic Assault. As you can see, boom. That is actually powerful. Next up, we got Great Magma Hound. So this is the C kill. And let's see here. Boom. It is honestly a good skill. It's a single target, so if you're feeling laggy, you can just spam this. But Magma Shower is just the way to go. Next up, we got Volcanic Storm. Now, Volcanic Storm is also a good damage over time skill. So anyone who gets hit will have their screen blinded by red. Here it is, even for me. Honestly, that is insane. This is good for spamming against Sea Beast, Leviathan, and any boss at all. So if you're looking for damage over time and you want to get those drops, then be sure to use Magma. Also, the Beast Ride is also great, but it does deceive you that there's a Sea Beast because the skill trolls you to think that there's a Sea Beast nearby. So if you're looking for cash, then you control this. The players that actually looking for Sea Beasts. Now, that is all for this video, guys. I hope you were happy. And I'd like to say a shout out to all of the members in my channel. I love you guys so much. Thank you for the support. I mean it. And I will be shouting you out, guys, in the description so that everyone can see. And I will be doing more giveaways once we reach more subscribers. Actually, one thing. Once we reach 2,000 subscriber, guys, I will make a promise. I will do a Kitsune giveaway. So be sure to like and subscribe and maybe even share to your friends because I am giving away one Kitsune fruit once we reach 2,000 subscribers. There's also going to be more tournaments, etc. So be sure to join my Discord down below in the description and I'll be seeing you guys next time. Thank you, God bless, and have a great day. Cheers!